What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over ranking each and every one of the top centers in the game on a tier list in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Now, you guys can see here we got about 45 guys to go over and talk about, from dark matters like Shaquille O'Neal to some of your top diamonds in the game, like a Miles Turner's a decent diamond, like a Willis Reed, those types of guys. Now, as we do dive into this, make sure to smash that subscribe button. Really do appreciate all the recent support on these on the videos. Yao Ming up first. Yao is not good. Some people hype up Yao. I'm not gonna be one of them. I know he's tall, but he can't shoot the ball. His speed leaves a lot to be desired. I'm not going to hype up Yao Ming. Shaquille O'Neal, pink diamond up next. I mean, at this stage, question is, who is better, Shaq or Yao? I mean, I don't know, man. They both are not very good. Dirk up next. Honestly, I'll take Dirk over both of them. And so far, I gotta be honest, I don't love any of the cards that we've really gone over, covered, or talked about yet. But you got to rank them where you see them. I think Dirk is better than those other guys. Victor Wembanyama up next, S tier. It is crazy, from the moment Victor Wembanyama came out to where we're at now, how he is literally still the best card in the game. He came out like months ago, literally a month and a half ago, and he is still the best player in the game. I don't know how I feel about it, but Victor Wembanyama is the real deal. Moses Malone at this stage, D tier. Just don't love the card. Joakim Noah up next at the center position, probably B tier. The reason I like Joakim Noah more than Dirk is I just feel like he is slightly better on that defensive side of the court, defense side of the ball. That's why I've got Joakim Noah in there at B tier. Kristaps Porzingis up next. He's S tier as well. Now, I will say this for Kristaps Porzingis. He's not as good as Victor Wembanyama, but he is a slightly worse version of Victor Wembanyama. So, I mean, the cards are similar. Wemby is just way better, is really how I'd say it. Jokic is not good. Some people think Jokic is better than Dirk. Like, I know JC said that in his video. That's just simply, in my opinion, not true. I think Dirk walks circles around that Jokic card. Artis Gilmore, D tier at this stage. And eventually, I'm going to move my D tier around. It's like, at this stage, I don't think any of those cards are worthless. I do think they all are not great. Artis maybe is like the worst out of them. Kareem at this stage, pink diamond Kareem. B tier, probably. I mean, you could argue A tier, and I'm going to actually put him at A tier for now. The problem with Kareem is he doesn't come with all of those badges you might want, you know? And so, like, I think even Rebound Chaser, he doesn't even come with that on Hall of Fame. It's only on Gold. I don't love it. Jermaine O'Neal's fine. I think he's better than all these cards at D tier. His release just leaves so much to be desired, so I'm going to put him at C tier. Chris Kaman up next. People gas him. I don't think he's very good. I'm going to put him at C tier. A lot of people gas Chris Kaman. I just really don't see it with the card. Kevin McHale stinks. I just don't see it with a lot of these cards that I've gone over today. Like Kevin McHale, what are you doing for me on the court? Not a whole lot. Now, it is important to note a lot of the Galaxy Opals will be at the end of this video. So, again, it might be bottom heavy at the start, and then we might slowly get better and better. Rudy Gobert can't shoot. I mean, I don't know what I can possibly say that's going to hype the card up. He can't shoot. I'm going to have to move some guys around eventually. Brad Miller, I'm going to go B tier. If you're looking for a budget-ish center on this game, Brad Miller is the guy I would suggest. He can knock down shots. He plays solid, decent enough defense. To me, I think B tier is the perfect spot for Brad Miller on this game. Brook Lopez up next. Brolo. He's not overly fast. His release isn't great, but he can shoot it. I'm going to go C tier. I think he is better than all these cards at D tier. His release is not obviously ideal, but it's good enough to at least talk about the card. Chris Bosh at this stage stinks, D tier. All right, I've got to move some of these guys at D tier around. I mean, I just feel like I've got to. I don't know where to move them, though. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to. I guess, I don't know. I'm just going to leave him at D tier for now because I really don't know what to do with it. Jaren Jackson Jr. up next at the center position. A little undersized. Is he A tier? Is he S tier? I'm going to put him at A tier for now just because I think Wemby, KP are really good. I might only add a couple more centers up there at S tier, but Jaren is an absolute beast on this game. JxmyHighroller at the center position is elite as well. I think A tier is where I've got to go with JxmyHighroller, so I am going to move Jaren up for the time being because I think Jaren's better than JxmyHighroller, but I think it's close. But JxmyHighroller just shoots the ball about as well as anybody else on this list. Diamond to White, you're going to be our first card at F tier. I'm going to move Shaq down. I'm going to move Moses down. I'm going to move Rudy down. I'm basically going to move every inside big down. Artist going to go down as well. I think I like this slightly more. Like, inside bigs are tough to use. Yao's an inside big, but he's 7'6". So I guess, like, for example, say my wife were to play this game, she'd be better with Yao Ming than the guys at F tier. So I think that's what I've got to say. Jarrett Allen stinks. I mean, I don't know what 2K was trying to do with Jarrett Allen, but he's 6'9" on this game. Don't see it with the card. Wilt at this stage probably is like the best inside big, but he's still an inside big. Roy Hibbert, I mean, he's slow, but he can somewhat shoot the ball. He is 7'2". I'm going to throw him at D tier. I don't love Roy Hibbert, but I do think he is D tier. Finally, Willis Reed, we get a card that can ball. I'm going to go B tier. See, this is where it drives me crazy. And I'll explain why. I don't think Jaren and Willis should be 2 tiers apart, so I'm going to move Willis to A tier. I think he actually is A tier. I don't know why I made that a big deal. I think Willis is A tier. The card is still really good. I think Miles Turner is B tier. Yes, I think Willis Reed and JxmyHighroller are better than Miles Turner. I know Carlo might not agree with me, but quite honestly, I don't care. That is the facts of the situation. Ronnie Cycli up next. I don't think Cycli is horrible. I'm actually going to leave him at C tier. And you guys might be surprised, but he's just a little outdated, though. He's outdated. He's got to go to D tier. He's got to go to D tier. I like Cycli, though. If you still have him at your center position, you're fine. Cat, D tier. Don't love him. But again, at least he can stretch the floor. Chet is a little bit outdated. However, he shoots the ball well. He's 7'1". His strengths, I'm going to put him at B tier. I think Chet is outdated, but I think he does enough to be at B tier. Rick Smits is horrible. F tier for Rick Smits. I mean, he's dog water. PJ Brown is good. I think he is B tier probably, but I like PJ Brown. You could maybe even, for PJ Brown, it's, I honestly, I'm gonna A tier maybe for PJ Brown. I think, you know, you're splitting hairs here, but I think PJ Brown is pretty good. And I'll just read you guys some of the stats of PJ Brown and why I personally like the card quite a bit here. Okay, he's got 81 speed, 73 three ball. That's not great. I don't know, I'm gassing the card. He's B tier. I'm gassing him. His defense is off the charts good, but I'm gassing him. Arvidas Sabonis shoots it, but that's it. D tier. Not good whatsoever. Dark Matter Shaq. He's got to go at S tier. And I don't love Shaq. I don't. I genuinely don't think he's worth even getting. But if you got Dark Matter Shaq, he's S tier. I'll say this, he's not a top 3 center in the game, though. And I'll talk about that when I get there, but he's not top 3. Dikembe Mutombo is the only card on this list that can't shoot that I'm not going to hate on. Why? Number one, he's 7'2" at the power forward position. Look, I know he can't shoot, but he's not that bad. I'm going to throw him at C tier. I think the difference between Dikembe Mutombo and all the other inside bigs is pretty large. Number one, he has power forward eligibility, so you can get cheesy with it. I think I'm gassing him, though. I think I'm going to go C tier. I'm going to go C tier. Hakeem Olajuwon up next. A tier probably. I'm moving Jaren down. I don't want to, but I'm moving Jaren down. He's undersized, probably better at the 4. Hakeem is A tier. Hakeem's a very good card on this game. Can green shots, plays a lot of defense. Hakeem is really, really, really good. Kevin Garnett up next. For KG, I just don't love KG at this stage, and I think a lot of people have the same sentiment. I'm going to go C tier with KG, or B tier with KG. I still think he deserves B tier, but I don't think he is, that A tier level. Joel Embiid is A tier level still to this day. A very solid card for your squad in the game. Greg Oden up next. Now, I got to be honest with you. I have not used Greg Oden. And so when I was watching JC's video the other day, and he was really gassing up Greg Oden, I was like, hold up. Like, what am I really missing with this Greg Oden card? And yeah, Greg Oden is a really solid card in this game. He's 7 feet tall. Badge-wise is pretty complete. He's A tier. Throw him right in there with Hakeem and Joel Embiid. He's not, outstanding, but he is A tier. Pink Diamond D-Rob is A tier too. I mean, Sure, if you can get the Galaxy Opal D-Rob, he's way better, but Pink Diamond D-Rob can still play. Evan Mobley release, his release is just too slow. He does have a high enough 3-ball though. I guess B tier because his defense is off the charts good. If you're running Ben Wallace at center, I don't know what to tell you. He's going to be super undersized. He's B tier though. He is just way undersized in my opinion. Galaxy Opal Kareem, he's S tier. He is S tier. I mean, he's just a better version of the Pink Diamond Kareem. Not that much better, but he is better. I just think his release is too slow. The 3-ball is hard to green consistently with. That's the problem with the guard. Patrick Ewing is not horrible on this game. The problem is he's got the Patrick Ewing release on slow. He's still A tier though. Like if you look at the stats of Patrick Ewing, he is still A tier. It just comes down to that release is not good whatsoever. Dwight Howard, Galaxy Opal Dwight's got to go at S tier. He's got to. He is a little maybe undersized compared to Kareem, Shaq, KP, and Wemby. But as far as like his defensive stats and animations, I mean, he is so good. He's got to go at S tier. Galaxy Opal David Robinson, my second best center in the game right now. I personally think he's better than Kristaps Porzingis. That's a debate to be had. But I think D-Rob is deserving of S tier. And then we see Galaxy Opal Anthony Davis. I think AD is really solid on this game. At the center position, he is S tier. He's not as good at center as he is power forward, but he is definitely deserving of S tier. I actually like this tier list. And if you want me to explain why, it's like balanced. Like we go, okay, we got 8, what do we got? 5, 8, 9, and then 7. So pretty balanced overall, pretty proportional. I like this tier list. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new. As always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.